Twin flame energy, twin flame energy, twin flame energy.
Hello and welcome to Twin Flame Energy Podcast. I'm AJ.
And I'm Dominique. This episode is about something I have a really hard time with. Basically, not getting pissed and taking it personally on how someone else sees you because of your views. But before I get upset right now, let's go right into the episode. We call this Educated Disagreements, Respect, and Judgments. I'm not the type of person that feels like everyone should agree with me and has a problem. That's the exact opposite of who I am. The reason why I don't like to get into these conversations is because 99% of people don't know how to have an educated disagreement. So they walk away from talking to you either feeling like they need to pray for you because you done lost your mind, or having this mindset of they're just so disheartened and just so disturbed by just your truth that you're walking in currently.
And now you can't sleep.
And so then it's like, don't project that energy on me.
Yeah.
Like, don't project that energy on me.
Yeah, it's like it's not your place to say, I want what I should do, how I should do it.
Especially when I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it.
It's like, okay, been there, done that. Move on.
I've literally done it.
I'm gonna sleep good while you stand up all night worrying how, vexed your spirit is because, AJ, he's not really believing in or thinking that he should do what I want him to do.
When the level of stuff going on this planet,
when you really just say that out loud to yourself, if you're one of the people who are so messed up because, your adult child or your adult brother, sister, best friend don't believe in something you want them to believe in, if you could say that out loud and just say it just sounds like weird.
Right. Like, even with everything that we know now, I don't feel that way about anyone. I literally feel like I've made it to a certain point in my journey. If someone doesn't agree with me today, that doesn't mean anything to me, because at the end of the day, everyone, including the two of us, everyone is in a different point in their journey of life. And so the thing about it is, if you come at somebody and come down at them for the step they are on, you can literally destroy their journey. Instead of letting them have the journey.
Letting them have it.
So that they will actually get all of the lessons that they're supposed to get along the way. Not be skipping, just one foot after the other and get through the journey.
Well, yeah, how will someone learn? Like, if you really believe truly in your heart, and this is what people would say, they would be like, well, I'm only wanting them to do this and I want them to believe in this because I just really care about them and I don't want them to get hurt and I don't want something bad to happen to them. I understand that. I completely understand that. You know what I mean? That's something that you do with your kids when they're kids. And you try to teach them the ways that you want them to learn, and they either take it or leave it. But when they become an adult, it's more of a, I guess you need to learn it when you learn it. And if they feel like they're wrong, they'll understand that. They'll come back to you. But they're not going to come back to you if they keep feeling like the pressure and the judgment and the pain that you feel every time you have a conversation with them based on what they used to be. So when they've changed their life and went your way, don't throw it in their face. Like, now you on the bandwagon, ha ha ha. Now you doing the right thing, ha ha ha. People can't wait to say that. People cannot wait to sit there and throw stuff in people's faces. Because you're so much better. But at least now at this point in my life, I'm a lot further than you are. You still in the same spot. Because you spent your life judging. And I spent my life learning.
When you spend your life judging, it's like you walking around in circles chasing your own tail.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, you could do a lot of good shit, but if you judge all day, you're completely canceling it out.
And that's the thing, people don't feel like they're judging. They don't even feel like they're judging because they're like, well, I just love them, I care about them. They just have to do this. They have to do it. And you got to tell me why they have to do what you want them to do. Why is that?
Exactly.
You know? You care so much about them, then the biggest hindrance, literally the biggest hindrance, and I've said this previously before, is the sheltered, enabling life. When you're raising a child, like, you gotta let them go through some things. You know? Go ahead and try to do this. Let me give you the tools. You go ahead and try to do this. You might fall a couple of times. You're gonna skin your knee a couple of times. But you are learning. If you do it for them, if you force them to do things, and if you put them in situations where they feel like the entire world is just butterflies and candy, they're gonna be messed up. Literally, the generations today.
And you want to hear something funny? The word judge in general. Judging is a conclusion.
Yeah.
So when you judge someone, you're concluding a result.
Yeah.
So in one look, at one moment, mind you, probably 75 years before their end, you have made up in their mind who they are and who they will ever be.
Yes.
You may not know you're doing that, but that's what judging is.
Yep.
So the thing about it is, instead of saying, okay, they're at a point in their life, I don't necessarily agree with the point that they are in at this current point in time, but at the same time, what I should do is I should just really just be there to be a person in their life that they can look to for guidance, so that when they get past this current step they are in, I might be there for them to look to. Instead of burning a bridge or someone already knowing what you're made of. So they, like, people get rid of certain people in their circles for a reason.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, if you're in my circle and I have no breathing room,
one of the number one reasons why people get rid of people in their life.
like us.
Yeah.
Sorry, if we don't talk to you, you probably got rid of.
Yeah.
And that's truth.
Yeah. I mean, I'm already bad at calling and talking and texting, even when I want to talk to you.
Yes.
I need to call, and I still won't call. That's just me.
And that's me too.
But literally, when you are a certain way and you are literally the judge and the executioner walking, you might want to just keep it moving, because you don't want to come my way.
I charge people listening with this. When you have a conversation with someone, before the words leave your lips, think about the impression that person is going to have of you when they walk away.
Yes.
And the thing about it is, for every person on this planet, I don't care what you think you are to someone, unless you're their parent, that's really the only kind of real unconditional love that there is like that.
Right.
Like, people can take, their parent coming down on them for hundreds of years, and they keep forgiving that because at the end of the day, if it weren't for y'all, there wouldn't be no me.
Loves you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But outside of parents, if a person gets to a point where every time they walk away from a conversation with you, they're like, they don't feel better. They don't feel like, man, I just love their energy. They're a person I want to keep around.
Yes.
You will be phased out. Fast forward 5 years, you might be on the same page as them. You may have stumbled across some stuff and found out some things and been like, damn, man, I've completely changed my outlook.
Yeah.
But you've already burned a bridge.
Right.
Some people are forgiving enough. Other people are like, hey, you know what? I'm very happy you found truth, but I still don't choose to have you in my circle. And you've kind of lost someone you probably could have learned something from.
Right.
That's why you shouldn't really burn any bridges. Because at the end of the day, if you're unequivocally yourself at all times, you only bring positivity, and you don't ever just hurt somebody and be malice in the way that you operate, you'll never burn any bridges. I mean, you know, other people may think different. As far as I know, I don't have any enemies. I don't have any enemies. I don't have anybody that I did so wrong that I can't say, hey, what's up?
Yeah, and it's like, for me, it's like I don't feel like I have created enemies per se, but I've been walking through life instantly judged. Every step of my life. It's like before I come in a room, people already got they end game on me. They already got their end game. You know, and they either like it or they hate it.
Yeah.
You know, or some might want to know more, and those are the ones I'm intrigued about because they look at me like,
what are you all about?
He's a mystery. I don't know him. He not really saying nothing. Well, you know what I mean?
Maybe I'm just quiet. Maybe that's just kind of the way I operate.
Maybe things are really
that doesn't make me an asshole
as it seems. You know, and they assume that he just, and I'm a very talkative person. Yeah, I'm a very charismatic person. Most of every job I've had, I've been at the top of my game because I am a talker. But people think otherwise when I come in a different space, different room, because sometimes I've been talking so much, I'm sick of talking. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, you might want to just have that peace. But no, I'm prejudged. So they have the conclusion already. Yeah. You know, and it's like the biggest issue though that I've noticed that I've had is how others have gained a conclusion, and I've never even had a conversation with them. Yeah. And then I find out from someone else, third party, well, I heard that this and that, and I heard that this and this about you, and I heard that you said this, and I heard that you are this, and you feel this, and it's like, I don't even know that person. I don't have any conversation with that person. I may have said hello here and there, but they have the end game already before they even speak to me. Yeah. And I'm saying this because I might not be the only person that's like that. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people who are considered complex just based because they have other knowledge that other people are not aware of. They're into things that other people are just not into. You know? It's like life ain't about the pretty stuff all the time. Life is not about the can you do this? Look at me. Ha ha ha. Look at that. Life is not about that. And those who actually acknowledge that, who are actually into things that mean more to them, they are looked at as very, very complex, not understood, being somewhere, you know, where it's like, you don't have a place in this world, so we're going to just go over here.
We work super, super hard for money, but we won't work just as hard for people. That's just a thought, you know? It's like, do you work as hard for people as you do for money?
Food for thought.
Food for thought. Thank you for listening to our Audible blog, and we hope you enjoyed it.
And let me know your thoughts and leave your review or whichever platform you're listening on. And always, of course,
ignite your energy.
Twin flame energy, twin flame energy, twin